The New Year holiday coming up, and many people are still trying to get to their planned destinations. So what can we expect this weekend, and what can we do to prepare? Our next guest is here to help with those questions. Cheryl Nelson is a travel preparedness expert and a certified broadcast meteorologist. Cheryl, thank you for joining us tonight. Weather, of course, the one thing no one can control. You're a meteorologist, so where can we expect the bad weather this weekend?
Yeah. Hi, Julie. Thanks so much for having me. And, a week ago, we had that system, that Arctic outbreak with the snow and the ice and the wind. And now the good news, at least, is the eastern 2/3 of the country is going to be relatively mild for this time of the year. Yes, there will be some rain, but there also will be a severe weather threat, in particular, as we look into early next week. Monday is going to be that big travel day. So places like Houston up to Little Rock to Memphis, there could actually be some severe thunderstorms with the potential for tornadoes in that area. And we have to remember, Julie, there is no season for severe weather and tornadoes. Yes, they can happen in the winter, and yes, they can happen in all 50 states any time of the year. Now, at the same time, we also have trouble out west. We have what's called the Pineapple Express coming in, bringing in all kinds of moisture to California, Washington, and Oregon. So flooding rains in parts of California. Could be some airport delays, places like San Francisco, even LA over this holiday weekend as different storm systems move into there. And also next week, Denver could be looking at a snowstorm come up on Monday. So yes, lots of impacts for lots of the major airline hubs across the country.
Yeah, and some people still probably trying to get to where they were going last week. So apart from the weather, are there just some airports that are going to be more troublesome for travelers?
Yeah, I would say in particular places that are going to be the connection hubs. So Denver, pay attention to that one early next week. Any of the hubs where you're going to have some rain, I know New York, LaGuardia, JFK, anytime you have a lot of rain in those airports, they have to space out the aircraft a little bit more to allow more time for safety for takeoff and landing. So that will likely cause some airport delays as well. And then the West Coast, Seattle is going to be a big hub as well, and San Francisco, LA, really anytime you have weather, there will likely be some delays. But again, at least for the eastern 2/3 of the country, we're not worried about snow this time, at least snow in the air. Snow melt is going to be another problem, especially for places like Buffalo, leading to some flooding potentially there.
Right, absolutely. So speaking of flooding, what about people hitting the road? What are some steps they can take to prepare? I think it would be important to really, pay close attention to the forecast, right? And make sure you're taking the right route.
Yeah, you have to realize where you're going, especially out west if you're going to be traveling over any of the mountain passes. So you could have rain in the lower elevations, and then all of a sudden you get up a few more 1,000 feet and the roads are snow covered. So make sure you have that emergency preparedness kit in your vehicle at all times. One of the most crucial things I say to have is windshield washer fluid, because trust me, you don't want to run out of that when you're on the interstate and you get blasted with snow and dirt from a tractor trailer and then you can't see where you're going. I've been there. That's scary. So have that, the ice scraper, snow brush, and also things like bottled water, food, blankets, because if you happen to get stranded, you want to make sure that you are okay and you can survive in your car. Only run your car for about 10 minutes at a time, by the way, if you ever get stranded in the cold, because you do want to make sure that A, you save gas, and B, you don't want to get carbon monoxide poisoning. Always make sure that tailpipe is clear as well, because we've seen that happen, and that's super sad to see too.
So Cheryl, looking ahead now to 2023, about to ring in the new year here, holiday travel has to happen around the holidays, but when is the best time to actually travel?
Oh, gosh, the best time. If you're flying, I would say first thing in the morning before all those delays and cancellations get going, because you could have that domino effect as you go throughout the day. If one plane gets delayed and the next one gets delayed and so forth. So morning flights are always going to be the best. If you're traveling by vehicle, I would say check the weather and make sure you're not going to get caught in any heavy rain, severe weather situations, or also snow issues. And try to avoid peak travel times, rush hour. Yes, some people might still be working. And also the lunch hour is going to be a busy time too. If you don't mind driving at night, I always see the middle of the night, the roads are looking pretty good, but it really depends if you're a morning person or a night person. I can drive into the night, no problem. Get me up first thing in the morning and drive. No, I might need 3 cups of coffee for that.
Yeah, I feel like those Monday morning flights can be rough too, because a lot of business travelers tend to head out. When I used to travel a lot out of Atlanta, I remember that very well.
Oh, yes. The Monday morning flights, the 5 a.m.,
yes.
The 2:30 wake-up call.
Yes.
Yeah, no, thanks.
No, thank you. All right, Cheryl Nelson, Happy New Year to you, and thank you so much for talking with us here tonight.
Happy New Year, Julie.
Devastated by gun violence, we take a look at one of the hardest hit demographics and what one expert says is causing the violence.
An attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal